Hello, this is Emma. How are you? I hope you're all with the good love in your heart and your day and your night is with the peace. For the peace is with you. Um, this is Emma again. I'm gonna say that um I was going to not produce another video today. This will be the third one. I am with knowledge I neglected of the saves with a couple of things. Um, Firstly, my program and my broadcasts are for entertainment purposes only, and I do hope that each one is with a great love of the life. And for the divine nation that you all are, each nation, each child, the great mother father wants you to know love is with you, for the peace is with you, and for the good life is with you. You need to go get it. Go after it. Go pick it up. Even just one thing. One thing every now and then. Pick it up. hmm That which is of the good love and the good volition for each one is for the sharing, right? Yeah, why not share it too, okay? All right. In my last video, in video number 2, I had mentioned a couple of things that I didn't elaborate on. One of them is with taking hold of this beautiful land of ours, the home of the free and the home of the brave, is with the signing of treaties. Now, I have paintings to show you different things. One of them, first I'm going to say, is the wedding of Canaan. This wedding of Canaan is the wedding of Yeshua and Mary Amashiach. Mary Amashiach is the great mother, the great light who came to the world. And she, when she was joined her with Yeshua, they both created a great love and light for each one, and they are with that sharing. However, it was stolen. This was a stolen story that you need to hear. Okay? So, Jesus, who is the son of Zeus, who is Janus, who is of the many names, Thoth is one of them too. Um, he decided that with his magic, he was going to take away the light of his wife. He was going to steal her energy and her knowledge so that he could have all that abundance and all those things. And how he did it was a shocker to me that they actually left that in the Bible. Okay? So the Great Mother, I just want to elaborate on the fact that, yes, and it is true. I am with the great light of the Great Mother Father. Yes, I do. I have my light and I want to share it with everyone. And that's why they've been attacking me my whole life. But we'll get into that later, okay? Yes, the government's had me in programs and they've been following me for quite some time. My uncle was with the Pentagon and he did some trickeries in the. Yeah, I like that movie Total Recall. But like I said before, I don't put my feet and my hands and my mouth and my thinking into the soup and the brew that they made with their teachings. No. See, they tried to teach me that it was all right to be like that. No, 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 no. Uh-uh. So instead, they abused me my whole life. I was abused sexually, mentally, and physically, and with the great effort they did, um, tried to make me go into, I guess, a turmoil, which is a whirlwind of a tornado tower for every day. No, 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 no. Then they decided they were gonna see if they could put me in an institution while I was mourning a death. Well, that didn't happen either. Um, they they decided that it was okay to take away my children and to take away my family that I had for 39 years by their manipulations. And the other thing was, um, they made a mistake when they did that. They made a mistake because I was with a real total recall. I'm gonna say recall. I'm gonna say of the calling of the memory is with their fuckeries. Oh, by the way, the great mother and father want you to know there's a difference between cussing and cursing. Yep, the cursing. We're going to talk about magic and all of the things of magic they put in your face so that they could put that magic on you. Yeah, and keep you in your little video in their video games so they can watch you and see how funny you are and laugh at you and keep doing the shit that they do so that they can gain everything that you own for them. Yeah, they want to steal, kill, and destroy, just like it's written in the Bible, right? Okay, well, I gotta say something else about the Bible. That Bible is with many writings. There is a museum of Bibles located in, I believe it's in Washington, D.C., in the capital, for the visitations and the showing of the different writings. So I have different books and things that I read, and I do audio reading and listening and things of that nature. And they're with the great learning. But right now, I want to talk about the take hold of America and how they did it. All right. So there's a way for you to know this is true. It's with the Admiralty Law or the Maritime Law. This is the law of the sea. And that law of the sea is controlled by the Vatican Church. And the Vatican Church is controlled by the Jesuits. And the Jesuits are the ones who went and infiltrated every nation so that they could take hold of all the traditions of the great spirits with the peoples, their traditions and their learnings and all the different stories that they had so that they could manipulate them and turn them into a fiction false narrative of a mystical kind that would entice you into going and watching different types of movies or listening to different types of programs or watching the television, which is for entertainment purposes, just like this video. Anyway, so what they did was they came to this country thinking that they discovered it, which means no cover it. Stupid. Yeah. They took the languages, made treaties, wrote words, and then had those who were of the kingship or tribeship of the many peoples to fall under their control and under their law. For they came here to America to trick the great spirit of the nation is with the peoples of the each one, special of the civilized tribes. They hardly did anything to those who were not called of the civilized tribes by the warring that they did, for they were warriors. Yep. Another thing they wanted to do was to take hold of the knowledge is with the spirit with them and the great spirits of their teachings. So they took the children and they took the mothers and the fathers and separated them all. Put them on the trail of tears, separated them from the lands and from the love of the waters and of the creation is with each thing. They made them march to another location, and upon that march, many of the thousands have died. Then setting them up in like a camp. This is a camp. And you're only allowed to stay there. You can't move. You live there. You can't live anywhere else. But now some of the peoples are with the going out and living in other locations, but they all are with the going back to the camp that they were placed in by the people who took over this nation. They came over here as Freemasons. It's well documented that George Washington was a Freemason. It's well documented that Benjamin Franklin was working for two nations, the French and the British. And when he wrote, and they all wrote the Declaration of the Independence, it was written in a fiction form of the negative so that you wouldn't know that they turned it into something that was not tangible or not of the living. Let's just say it like that. Those treaties were written by the laws of the maritime, which was the control of the Catholic Church and the Jesuits, who decided that they were going to take hold of the nation and of the peoples. And then all the other nations decide they're going to come and they're going to follow suit, like the Spanish and the other, and the conquistadors and the others, and they were going to take hold of them too. And that's what they did. If you take a look at history, they took hold of the languages, the tongue, the speaking, their rights, and their freedoms. Just like they did when they wrote a fake document in fiction, because fiction's not real, right? If you went to English, you do know that there are different books that are writing. Some are fiction and some are not. This is also a false narrative by the cause of the way they wrote it is with their making of the languages. Their language they wrote was for the twisting of the tongue. That's where the tongue comes in. So now they've turned everyone, I'm talking everyone, into a liar. Why? Because you only speak in a fiction format, you don't speak in a fact format. Go look it up. What is a prepositional phrase? Anyway, I'm at 13:36, 37 now, so I only have a couple more minutes. I want to get back to taking hold of America. So they took hold of the United States of the America, or should I say Turtle Island, and decided they didn't want matriarchs. Because they were doing that already over there. They were taking away the woman's rights. They didn't want women to have the right for nothing. Why? They didn't want you to know that the great mother was the creator and not the father. Who did you? They did it together, but they want you to think that three men created you. How do you get a man or a woman from three men? You go ahead and do the math for me, because like it still don't work. It still don't work. I don't care if you've had a sex change or you haven't. My thing is, if you're going to be like them, then you need to know the truth. Why? Because they're using you. They're using everyone. I'll be right back with another broadcast. It will be my number 4.